So one of the things I do, as I mentioned, I worked on my chakras. I do Kundalini. I don't do Kundalini every day. Doing it maybe once or twice a week is good. One of the things I do is I look in the mirror and I'll be staring at myself, or you can close your eyes and feel your third eye. First, breathe some divine light. See your third eye opening, your crown chakra opening. Breathe in light. Breathe in light through your third eye from both ends. All this happens at the same time, like drinking through a straw. Even your feet. Do it all together. Exhale. See your third eye illuminate. Let's do it again. Exhale. As you exhale, your third eye illuminates and radiates the light. Let's do it again. Exhale. Now, grab your finger right on your third eye and just picture that there's a clock in there and move it. Move it to hand 1, 2, 3. Just picture it in a circle. You're activating your third eye. There you go. Now let's do it in the back. Just picture the clocks there, same direction. Now that you've done that and your third eye is activated, breathe in again, the divine light. Exhale. Breathe in into your third eye again. Exhale slowly. Now, you could either keep your eyes open, or close them like me. And I want you to see yourself, or as much as you can, to move your third eye to the left and then out to your right. You know, kind of like when you do eye exercises that they tell you go right, go left, go right. Now you might be working them together. Say, okay, I'm going to do my real eyes along with my third eye, and just, you'll actually feel something. So go right, and if you don't, it's okay, just as long as you picture it. Left, right, left, right, left. And I always say, my third eye and my eyes, my spiritual body and my human body are one. So what I do this is I do this 30 times. So once I get to 30, so 15 each side. How many do we have? Like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Now we go up and down. Up, 1, 2. Picture your third eye moving to, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If you can only do 15 because you're feeling lightheaded because you're working your third eye, then just do that, okay? And let me see, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now, what I do is I picture my eye, do a whole 360, okay? But with this, I actually close my eyes and I do a 360. 15 one side, 15 the other. So picture your third eye basically circling the inside of your head, okay? So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Concentrate, keep your eyes, these eyes, in the middle of your forehead, okay? Oh my God, I already forgot. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now let's go ahead and reverse it. 1, 2. If it takes you a little bit, go at your own pace, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you could work your real eyes along with your third eye and say they are one, they are connected, okay? That is one of the exercises I do. And then what I do when I want to see my energy is I activate the palms of my hands. I just press on them. Oh, that's my doggy. And then press your fingers, the tips of your fingers. Just press on them, activating them. Usually healers, their hands get really hot. That's a way you know that there's a healer. Then rub your hands. I'm already sweating just by doing these exercises. Okay. Rub them really good until they get really warm. Now, keep them like half an inch. You'll feel the heat and you'll start feeling tingling. Breathe in. Now I also want you to breathe in, not only through the crown and your feet and the third eye, breathe in through the palms of your hands. Tell me if you sense your energy. Right? Separate it a little bit. You'll start feeling more pulsation, like a. You might. If you don't, it's okay. Eventually you will, okay? Just feel. You might feel tingling, sparkling, pressure, like two magnets, opposing magnets. Right? I always call it like, you know when you, static, you know when you open a Pepsi or a Coke and then you feel the little gases and how you might feel that. Now I want you to breathe in. And through both hands, when you're breathing in, I want you to release the air like towards each other. Now do that. Through your hands. Really hard. Tell me if you feel anything. Let's breathe in again. And exhale through your hands. Also through your nose, okay? What do you feel? Keep doing it at your own pace. Inhale and exhale. Now, you might be getting images in your head or colors. And if you don't get anything, that's fine. Just go with the sensation you're getting. Now, I would like for you now, just to, when you exhale through your nose, and also exhale just through this palm, and see what this palm feels. Inhale, and exhale only through your right palm. How does the energy feel? Let's do it again. And exhale. Do you feel feel anything? For me, it feels like more pressure is in there. Now, let's do the same thing with the opposite hand, because some of you guys might be receptive more with the other hand. So let's do it again. Inhale and exhale through the left hand. Did you feel warmth? Anything? Let's do it again. Inhale and exhale. Did you sense anything? If you did it, it's okay. I just want you to keep practicing until you start picking things up. You could also do this while you're doing this with your eyes open, up against something black. And like I said, have the lights off. I have the lights on just for the sake of the video. And turn on maybe a hallway light on, just as long as you're getting some light coming in with the dark. And work on this exercise and see what you see. You'll be surprised that you'll start seeing energy. Now, you could also rub your hands. I always sweat immediately. While you're here, if you want to pick up a crystal, you can pause the video so you can get a crystal. I should have told you this before. And if you want to pick a crystal, place it on. Place one crystal on one hand. Place another crystal on another hand. Close your eyes. And I want you to breathe in also through your hands. I want you to do 10 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Inhale through your palms of your hands too. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Exhale slowly. Now I'm not like really grasping the crystals. I just have them resting on my, cradling in my palms, okay? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Don't concentrate too much on trying to feel. Just go with the flow, okay? Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. If you're not feeling anything, that's fine. Get one of the crystals that catches your attention, or if you are feeling something, keep the crystal that you're probably getting more energy out of. Hold it in your hand. And place it over both hands like this. And just cradle it gently. And inhale with both hands now. Through the palms of your hands. And exhale. Just pay attention to what you're feeling and sensing. Inhale. And exhale. Pay attention. You might be sensing things on the top of your head, on your arms, not necessarily your hands. Just go with the flow, okay? Inhale. Exhale. I also like to breathe through the soles of my feet. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just pay attention to the sensations that you're feeling. Keep breathing in and out. This might have your feet chakras going like crazy. Feeling a vibration, rotation, energy. Your hands might be sweating due to the energy that you're picking up. Tingling. Sparks. Pulsing. Warmth. Going through your hands. Around you. And just, you can open your eyes now and just practice this exercise, not only with crystals, do it on your animals. Just feel the energy, and afterwards just wash your hands with a little bit of salt. Make sure you don't pick up energy. Go outside and start. I have this plant, and just feel the plant's energy. And just practice and see the difference. Feel the difference between the animal, if you have an animal, and if you don't, that's fine. If you're able to buy a plant that can be inside, go ahead. And these are the ones that have like two little flowers at the end. I can't think of the name. What is it? Orchid. My cat killed my orchid, but keeping it alive. The flowers. Just feel, orchids are great for having inside the house. What does it feel like? How does it, see, I'm seeing green really radiate through this. Oh, I just saw it. I saw the energy flowing. It's almost like an invisible blob of, it's almost like invisible, but then it kind of cells, picture cells floating. That's the perfect thing I can describe it, but with like some light on it. So just feel it, and I'm telling you, you'll see them like there it is, and then it's gone. Okay, so notice the difference. Also, go outside and feel your plants. If you grow lavender, if you grow whatever, just go and start feeling the difference, of what you're feeling and stuff. So just go out there, and then when you're out there, I would like for you just to relax and breathe in, and then say hello to your plants. You can, and then say, please give me the privy or the pleasure of seeing your energy, and just relax and look on top of the tree. Look over, and you'll start seeing the energy. It might take you several tries. Like, it took me about 5 years for me to start feeling energy on the crystals. So please, and it was just happened out of the blue one day. So please know that it might, don't give up. Eventually you'll start. Okay, and then I held one, and remember I did a whole video on it, and I saw my whole energy as soon as I touched the crystal. So you'll start seeing this, and if you just look outside, just relax and be one with nature and breathe in, just look around, you'll start seeing, I always say it looks like water boiling, invisible water boiling, and you see the bubbles. Or remember I told you about that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where they're going after the predator, and when he turns invisible, that's kind of what it looks like to me. You'll start seeing little things just going around your garden. If you garden, just acknowledge it and say, I am seeing these things. Give yourself credit for what you're seeing. At night is one of the easiest for me anyway, to see the energy. Just go out and you'll start seeing little things floating around at night. Tons of it. Sometimes they appear this color with a little bit of gold in them. So one of the other exercises that I want to show you to do to start seeing your energy, most of the people will have you, when you're working on your aura, is to have something black behind you, or make sure it's dim. The lights are dim, kind of the way I said, lights off. Have just like either the hallway light, having some light coming in, or your TV on, and or if you have like a black blanket. Some people will tell you to start seeing above, and you will see the aura. You can start seeing like right above. So you'll start seeing like a yellow haze, or all the colors around. I call them psychedelic colors because that's what they look like to me. But to me, the easiest way I found to see the energy is through your hands. And then eventually you can try to see the energy over people. So if at night, when the lights are off and the TV's on, I want you to rub your hands. First, activate your third eye. Rub your hands. Breathe through your hands. And start feeling that sensation, right? Of your hands. And I would like for you to put, I'm going to do this, to open your hand and see what you start seeing. You might choose to see above the fingers and see what you see, what colors you see. Like I'm seeing the indigo blue around my fingers. So that's the etheric aura. And then, or the other thing that I notice is if you gently, slowly move your hand. Just move it slowly and you will create, I want to call it like a ghost-like effect as you move your hand. So open your hand and I would like for you to gently move it. Just very gently move it. Don't go like, you can eventually, you get so good at seeing your energy that you can actually see, and it looks like when you see the movies and they're performing magic and you see the smoky like effect, you'll see that. But if you're having a hard time seeing it, move it very gently, and then you'll be like, holy moly, I'm seeing, you know, oh my God, I'm seeing my energy. I also would like for you to look here and here. You'd be surprised how easy it is to see. This is the easiest part where I see the yellow. Orange, yellow. I mean, not orange, I'm sorry. I always confuse red, orange, and green. Just move it gently. Look there and see what you see. And just play. And just allow yourself to see. My daughter says that she has to concentrate on her third eye. I just say, let me see your colors. Let me see. And just move around and you will start seeing smoky light effect colors. So I hope this video helps you in learning to see auras or see energy. And then start, like, when your husband or your girlfriend or your brother or mother, whoever, and they're sitting on the TV and they're watching and the lights are off and the TV lights coming on. See if you can see their aura. See if you can see your dog's aura. And you can see it, doesn't necessarily have to be that. You just see the energy around people only when it's dark. Oh, most of the time when I see the energy around people, it's in the daytime, and like I said, I'll just look and then it's gone. Even me, one time I was going to the bathroom, and as I closed the door to the bathroom, I saw all my fuchsia with a purple aura, and then it was gone. So as to, I've seen all the colors. I've also seen just one color. Just don't be so hard on yourself if you can't see it. I really am a strong believer in just sensing it, learning to sense it, and doing this little exercise of this, and then you'll start seeing the energy. You'll start seeing angel energy. As I said, or masters. It almost is like I wish I could describe it, like a haze. It looks like a haze of colors moving around. Or when you see the angels, it looks like when somebody's shining that mirror on you, and but you'll see it floating in the middle of nowhere. That, or you can see a full angel. But know that not all the time is something going to appear before you. I really want you to understand that, and for you not to give up, and because I really want you to know that there's so many other ways that you will also get information. And for me, it always seems like they say here, here. And because I'm so emotional, for me it's here in the heart. But right now they're telling me your solar plexus. So go with that, because we're all born with that instinctual feeling. And as I said, I will put the link of the Kundalini Yoga, and your hands can heal. And if you're interested in the pranic healing, by all means, I'll go ahead and put that on there. Let me see, is there anything else I wanted to discuss with you? I just want you to just start seeing what you can sense. And Rachelle, did you want to say something? I brought Rachelle, see if she had any. Oh, Rachelle came over to see if she had any advice.
To add to whatever my mom has been saying about how it is to see or feel energy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the main advice that I have to give to you is you shouldn't be drinking coffee or tea or soda. I say to my mom as she drinks coffee. Things with caffeine in them, they're not it disrupts the energy that's within you, kind of puts you in a different, I don't know how to say it.
Vibration, or in a different,
No, it distracts you.
I see.
It's not like it doesn't push you anywhere energetic wise, it just bodily wise. It distracts you. Suddenly there's something new in your system. There's so much things going on in your mind. It's interference, yeah. Something indulgent is generally not something that I would do when I'm learning to see or feel energy. Say reading a book or playing a game while you're doing a meditation or something like that. It's just distracting, and it makes it a little bit more difficult to see the energy or anything like that. It makes it harder to interact with it, harder to feel it. You might not know you're doing it. It's just something that's difficult. It just makes it a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. So I'm not saying that it's bad overall, just that it's something that I would avoid when I'm learning.
That's something the angels have, right, told you. Don't eat junk food.
Junk food, yeah. Soda, things with high sugar, medication.
If you have to take your medication, please, we're not telling you not to. They're just saying things that interfere. This is what they said.
Headache medication is like probably one of the worst offenders. It just like it's something that simply blocks something at the back of your head. That's how they explain it to me.
The cerebellum, right? Because that's actually where the pituitary meets and stuff. So I can kind of see now. Yeah, and you'll feel it throbbing. You know.
And so that makes it difficult to see through your third eye or things like that if you're trying to see it through your third eye. I wouldn't focus too much on trying to see it visually or like force it too much. Sometimes it's true that I have to concentrate on something, but that's simply because I'm learning. And eventually I'm sure that it'll get to such a point where I do not have to concentrate on focusing on my energy so much. Like for me it's a very subtle concentration, so it's as though I'm not really putting any effort into it, and still I'm putting just a little bit, so it's smooth. It's a smooth transition for me, and I can see energy on my hands and stuff like that. But if it's so much that you're just staring and staring and staring, it's just concentrating too hard isn't good for you either. Another thing I would recommend would be to drink water. It's just good for you.
Now, if you would have met her 5 years ago, I had to hound her to drink water. Did I not have to? Constantly. I was like, drink water, drink water, drink water. And now the angels tell her to drink water. Now she knows. Mama knows best. And the thing is too, right, like, and she wrote a blog about it too, and I strongly agree. That's why I said, don't be too hard on yourself just trying to receive information one way, because information can be coming through a different way. Don't just concentrate on your third eye and third eye and third eye. Please don't also be, how can I say, don't think that people who connect with their angels or that are mediums are seeing stuff 24/7.
No,
it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. Sometimes it's just some very quick. One day I was drawing, and like I was sitting on the table at the table, and I was just drawing something, and I looked up, and then there was an angel right there. When I was younger, I would just run throughout the house, and I'd stop, and there would be an angel. And it's not as though I was constantly looking for angels or anything. It's just, it simply was there when I saw it, and that's pretty much it.
And that's also what's going to happen when you see energy. It's just going to be there 1 second, and because everything's vibrating at a certain frequency. So one day it's like you tap in and then it's gone. You know, especially when you do a double take, then now you're concentrating. So you kind of shift it there a little bit. You know.
Yeah. And it'll be in unlikely places, and you wouldn't think you would see it here or there, but suddenly a flash of light passes through, and it's in unexplainable places.
One time my husband and I, when we were in Kentucky, we were stationed in Fort Knox, and we lived in our kitchen had 2 windows, but they were on top. They were almost at the ceiling. Do you remember the kitchen windows? They were like up in the ceiling. They were about this big and this wide. There were 2. My husband and I were in the kitchen, and all of a sudden, it's like the whole kitchen lit white, all of it. And my husband said, "What was that?" And I'm like, "I knew it was an angel, because it was the whole kitchen." How is the whole kitchen gonna light up with just a little window? And for me, when I see the angels, especially when I'm in the bathroom, it seems like Rachelle's like, too much sharing. But there's no window. We have no windows in our bathroom, and they'll see what I call is the mirror reflection. When somebody's trying to blind you, I'll see that, you know. And where am I gonna see that from? They'll be blue or they'll be white, you know.
For me, angels usually do come in as a figure and not a flash of light. And when they do come in as a flash of light, it's generally because they're moving too quickly. They're trying to get from A to B, and they're trying to get there fast. And when I do see them as a figure, generally it's not real, like they look like a human, pretty much. Sometimes they're too bright to be a human, but they still have the shape. And I remember when I was little, my mom had a closet that was a walk-in closet. And it was really dark inside that closet, and I didn't turn on the lights. And I was going in it for some reason, I don't remember. And there was just this angel who stood, the top of his head reached the ceiling and his feet touched the ground. And he was tall, and I was just like, whoa, Mom, there's an angel in your closet.
That must have been in Gulfport.
Yeah, I think so. And it's not the only time that it's happened. I've been running through the house, and suddenly my mom's praying, or she said she was praying, and I see an angel praying beside her, or I'm just looking through the ornaments inside the, what is it? The little cabinets. Inside the little cabinets, and then there's like a cherub inside there poking around.
Looking, they're inquisitive too, right? They like look at the little knickknacks you have. She said they were looking, you said they were little, the angels, huh?
Yeah. And so it could just be anything. It's never something that I'm expecting, it's just something that happens.
Any advice the angels have about the third eye or wanting to see or sense energy? Because like one thing is you're constantly sensing energy. Constantly. That's why you feel somebody staring at you, you feel something's amiss, you feel happy when you go in a certain section, so you're already connected, you know? Mm-hmm. So know that you already have that capability.
Okay. So my guardian angel Micah steps forward, and today he's taking on a golden light. And he says that the best thing that you can do in order to be able to sense and feel energy is to be open to it. And open to different interpretations of what energy can be.
You said it perfect right there. Yeah.
And to not concentrate too much on the task at hand. For you are light, as is everything within this world. Just know how to meld with that different sort of energy. Your body already is aware of how to do it. Your soul already knows how it's done. So you only have the task of paying attention.
And not being so hard on yourself.
He says he doesn't understand why you would be hard on yourself. So what he says is, in return, a child doesn't learn to write his name in the first step.
Mm-hmm.
First, he has to learn how to hold the pencil. And then he has to figure out that you better do it on a paper. And then he has years and years and years of practice in perfecting his own handwriting.
Yeah, because first he has to get the capability of moving his fingers and handling things and all that stuff, huh?
Mm-hmm. And even then, he learns until the day he dies.
Yeah, because you're always perfecting your signature or changing it.
So, don't... He says, in the same way, you are learning the same task. And it'll build up over time. You'll start getting there, but don't expect it too soon. Don't be angry when all the effort that you put in doesn't amount to the same thing that you would like. You grow at your own pace. Do not compare yourself to somebody else.
Right.
So, like he says that one of the things that my mom does is she's constantly comparing herself to me.
Well, I'm always like, oh, my baby girl, she does what I do. Oh, mama does that. Oh, mama did that. I mean, who does that when they see their child do something they did or do?
But in the way of energy.
Oh.
Like, I suppose it marvels my mom as to how quickly I can connect with angels, and the fact that I can talk to crystals and other stuff like that, and it seems to come
so natural.
So natural to me, and she struggles.
It's taken me time to do stuff that I had to learn, because one, I had the fear thing placed on me ever since I was a little girl, that I shut myself down. And once I understood, now I'm trying to regain it. You know, that's why I sympathize with our viewers, because it took me a while to start feeling energy. It took me a while to start sensing and to start seeing auras again and things like that, you know.
Well, for me, it's always come natural, and to be honest, it's always been kind of baffling as to why it's been a struggle for other people. It's not as though I'm like, oh, just hurry up and do it or anything like that. It's just like, I've never had to do it, so I do not understand.
Right, and I can sympathize with people, because and I'm like, don't worry, you'll get there. You will get there. And what I see and how I do it might not necessarily work for you. Mm-hmm. And you might see things different than me. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And just because I don't understand or I'm baffled or anything like that doesn't mean that I'm not supportive of you guys or anything like that. I totally am just like, yeah, you can do it. Go at your own pace. Mm-hmm. Nobody climbs a mountain in a day.
True. Mm-hmm.
Unless you're me. No.
But I can so relate. And I think because I've had to teach myself all over again, because I've always been able to sense no matter what, ever since I was little. Because I've had to, that's why so many people have told me, like I've had Rachelle's friends and stuff where I've taught them, and they're like, oh, thank you, I'm able to see my angels. And I think had I not gone through that, I would not be able to teach. Mm-hmm. You know? Because even with Rachelle, I teach her what to ask and what to do, because she doesn't think of the questions to ask for those of us who are learning on our own.
It's true. It seems as though all the knowledge is present and it's secondhand nature to me. So any questions that you guys have, I always welcome, because I don't know to ask those questions myself. Okay, so we do have a soul cluster, which is a group of souls that we are acquainted with on the other side, who may not have necessarily been born into our life currently, but have been in past lives with us, and who we are strongly bonded with in ways. And soul clusters, there are ascension plans for them. They have to grow and become like more intelligent, smarter, wiser, more thoughtful, things like that. They have to grow as a soul, and those ascensions, the ascending is basically through their own knowledge. They grow on their own. They grow because they force themselves to learn. They want to learn more. They want to be wiser. They want to be stronger. They want to be better. They want to know more. They want to bestow more love upon other people, and so they grow and they grow and they grow. And as they do that, they ascend to the higher realms and stuff like that. So I'm going to have to say no. I don't think that they abide by angelic law. They learn on their own. There are no rules for them. in a way. They make their own rules. This is what's good, this is what's bad. This is what helps me to learn to love more. This is what helps me to learn more. And compassion, all these things. They bring that into themselves, and that is how they grow and descend. And it's what they choose for themselves, and it's also what the souls decide to do together. Like, some souls will be like, you know what, I'm gonna be a really bad guy this time around. I have to be because of something or other that happened.
Sometimes it's to help the other person, the other soul, but sometimes it's to bring awareness to multitude of souls, right?
So it's like, not everybody who's bad is always bad. Not everybody who's good is always good. It's just, it's how they decide to play the game that they want to play it. They, as long as they get the task done, then they will likely ascend higher. There have been times I feel as though some people who have done something bad in past lives are unable to forgive themselves for those things that they have done. And I feel as though they need to let go of what they have done and take what they can do in this life to help other people to be more compassionate and loving and stuff like that. And that will help them grow as a person. And I feel like I needed to say that.
Oh, okay.
For somebody. I don't know.
Yes, because your soul knows, but then we start putting the human qualities in there where you start feeling guilty and things of that, right?
Yes. And like, it's just something that is such a heavy burden on that person's soul. This thing that I did wrong 20 lives ago. It means I'm never going to be a good person. And that's not true. Okay? Even people that you may not think would be reborn as good people can be reborn as good people. And like, just know that you're the one who has the power to forgive yourself, and that what you have done can be atoned for. And so never feel like you should stop doing good. Like, if anything, if you feel as though you have done something bad in the past, you should take that and use it to give yourself more compassion and more forgiveness and more love to other people, to help people who need help building their shelters, to feed the homeless, to take care of other people. These are just some of the things that you can do, but you should be able to forgive yourself at the end of the day.